Tanya worked in a supermarket at the acceptance of vegetables. The work is such that not everyone will go there. I had to drag the boxes myself, the movers were not enough. Parsing the vegetables, her hands froze, so that she no longer felt them. But it was necessary to work, especially before the holidays. Then the supplier stood above the soul and rushed. "You are rushing away, I need to go around so many points." Tatiana shouted at him, and he did not wait anymore, received invoices with the seal and left. The girl went to the back room, made heated tea, warmed a little, and burst into tears. After all, life was not always so hard and joyless. She had her husband, daughter. But, having lived together for 5 years, the husband said that he met and fell in love with another. Tatiana refused to believe in this nightmare. But, the husband has changed a lot, there was no longer any doubt. And when the woman happened to see his new lover, she became clear, and wanted to howl from helplessness. Her friend and immediate boss have now taken her place in her husband's life. It is clear that I had to leave work. Tanya left her mother, and went to a big city to earn a living. Yes, but it didn't work out too much, my health was spent more, working in the cold. The head of the store entered the back room. She was unhappy with those products that Tatiana accepted. The woman was afraid that Svetlana Pavlovna would deprive her of the prize, and the money was needed. And Tatiana cried again. The little daughter fell ill, and so much wanted to make her New Year's holiday. Her medicines also cost a lot. She immediately volunteered to resolve the issue with the supplier. Now she will call and ask him to pick up a poor quality product. But no one picked up the phone. After all, Tanya signed all the invoices, although she was warned that it was not worth doing this. Having reviewed all the boxes, she realized that, practically, all the goods are rotten. The woman could not understand how so, why the supplier does this. But the manager did not look at the tears of the employee. "I will deduct everything from the salary," she said, as she snapped. Tatiana was very upset and was a little led home. Suddenly, it is not known where, the light of the headlights in the car braked nearby. Tanya walked, not analyzing the road. The car almost knocked her. Out of fear, the woman dropped the package that was in her hands. The contents scattered along the road. The driver went out and wanted to help collect everything, but looking at the black bananas, rotten apples and frozen potatoes, left everything on the ground. The man offered to give home, and Tatiana agreed. On the way, they drove to the store, from where the stranger came out with 2 large products. He also handed the woman a couple of money bills. "Well, why, you have already done so much for me," she refused. But the man persuaded her. When they drove up to a small house, where Tanya rented a room the size of a pantry, she asked, "Why are you helping me? What did I deserve it?" He said that it was there a year ago that the car knocked his wife. At work, he often has to drive this place, and he noticed that there are often women who are simply ready to get under the wheels. This intersection of an accident or something. The man could not understand. He also said that Tanya is very reminiscent of his wife, and their names are even the same. The man took Tatiana home and left. Already at home, sitting in her closet, the woman looked at how much money was in her hand. The amount was equal to several bonuses. It was a New Year's surprise. Somewhere in heaven they heard her requests and sent her a miracle. Anton after that began to come to the house where Tanya lived. Gradually, they had warm and very close relations. And later Anton completely took her to him. The woman cleaned up in his apartment, brought order and comfort, and cooked very tasty. The man could not get enough, and considered Tatiana a gift of fate. Waking up and stretching out sweetly in their bedroom, Tanya still did not believe that it all was happening to her, and strove to pinch herself. Was it not a dream? The baby ran into the room, and invited her mother to look at the gifts that Santa Claus laid under the Christmas tree. Tatiana slowly headed for another room, supporting a large stomach with her hand. Is it really all in fact? And in a minute it will not be in the cold acceptance of the supermarket. But there was nothing like that. So all this is true, and happens to her. So with something she deserved all this, she suffered. Sometimes fate plays with us, and you never know in advance what can turn out, at first glance, a black strip in life.